Hello everyone, it's Tuesday. Say hi. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm heating up some water and then I'm gonna sit down. It is around 4:20. I did some Christmas shopping and then I don't think I got any writing done yesterday. So I think Monday, I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure Monday was a 0-word day, which is okay because Sunday was a many words day and I'm pretty proud of that. I think we're just gonna catch up on some of that, which is honestly not any catching up that needs to be done. Honest, we're ahead, I think. This is probably another day that's gonna go with the garland is not made. I literally just got home, so I'm having a hard time like thinking about home things at the moment. But okay, we're heating up some water. We're gonna go upstairs. I just like kind of rush wrapped whatever present because I didn't want my husband to see, and it has to be like locked up tight, all the evidence destroyed before he gets home or he will guess the present, and this is an ongoing thing. So we're going to be drinking an apple chai black tea, which I've never had, and I'm not the biggest fan of chai. I just think I haven't had the right kind of chai, and I think I often get a chai or have tried a chai that's just too sweet. But this little sampler from the Aldi, they have an Earl Grey and lavender. It comes and looks like a little gift set and it's super cute. But we have chocolate chai black tea, which sounds promising, mandarin ginger green tea, vanilla caramel black tea, which I had last night, which was delightful, cinnamon pear green tea, which I'm curious about. I forgot that was in there. And then what we're gonna try right now, which is the apple chai. So later, I normally like to add some half and half if it's a black tea, but it's not. So okay, let's go upstairs. Okay, welcome back. So it's been like 2 hours. Anyhow, we're ready, I guess, to do things tonight. I'm thinking tonight is going to be, it's gonna be a girl dinner night. I haven't had one of these in many moons, but my husband is fixing a car, and so that will put him out for potentially a long time, which means that I will be here by my lonesome, which is pretty sad, actually. I have mixed feelings. My feelings are a mixed bag. Lock-in time, like it's just straight up me time. So whatever I want to eat tonight, probably gonna be ramen, not even gonna lie, or maybe even some of that, like I might have mozzarella sticks or something. Ramen and mozzarella sticks, girl dinner. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not gonna be healthy, which is a part of the freaking point. I think I'm gonna help myself to a stout glass of whiskey and try to get to working. By the way, this tea is very good. There's a lot of apple going on, which shockingly, I really actually like. I'm ready. Are you ready? Yay, okay. I don't know how today is gonna go. Didn't vlog really anything Monday in terms of writing, so I'm very curious. I think I'm gonna spend just like a little bit of time editing a video. Okay. Welcome to my kitchen. We are babysitting a pot of soup that is simmering. It is called Guinness stew, and I need you to understand how delicious it is, even though it may not sound that good. This is the pot that we are babysitting. He has to simmer for 2 hours. We are about an hour or so in. So yeah, I have spent an hour. I watched Alyssa and the Book's new video, and that's what took up an hour, and I'm totally fine with that. I polished off some tea, I scrolled, so now I'm thinking it's time to actually do a little bit of writing down here while I have the time. The car project that my husband is working on, if you care, is still not done, so I'm home alone at 5:22. So he is still working on this car project, and it is freaking cold outside. So they're outside working in the cold because they don't have a shop. They just have a garage type situation. And so it's really cold, and I'm going to bring him and the breaker of the car some nice hot steaming bowls of soup. That makes me just like the best wife ever, right? Doesn't But like, can you imagine it? You're out, you're working, you're frozen, and you're just gonna get a steaming bowl of Guinness stew. Oh, that just sounds so nostalgic, honestly. That sounds amazing to me. So we're doing that. I'm gonna use the time that I have at home to edit my video and write. I wrote 1,000, well, I don't even need to guess. I wrote it down. Where are we at? Yesterday I wrote 1,255 words. So we are doing really great on the word count. We will be sitting pretty at the end of the year, and we will have 50,000 words in this new draft. And I have to tell you that I'm really loving like these new chapters. They're really fun. They have a long way to go. There is a lot of junk on this draft, but I'm liking it. I'm kind of troubleshooting certain things, like where I want the scenes to go and how I want them to function. And there's some like specific things and I'm like, okay, I don't really know, but it's going really well. I'm enjoying it. In other news, I have decided that I will be using, I feel like every time I talk to you guys, it's like, I'm going to do this new thing. I think I've decided that I need the locking method in my life. Brielle Wrights mentioned this like several weeks back, and I just like did not heed the advice for what it was. It wasn't really even advice, it was just kind of like mentioning it. And essentially it's like you lock the draft of that chapter or whatever, and you don't touch it until you go around again to the next draft. And I think I need that method because I keep just going through everything, and I think that I'm going to need to, especially once I like finish figuring out how I'm launching into Act 2 with this new content that I have decided on, I will need to use the locking method. I'm just gonna say that is locked for a draft 2. Not gonna come back to it. I'm gonna keep going, and so that's what I'm gonna do. I think I just need it to continue momentum and, you know, not being so caught up on things. That's the plan. I'm going to reread a little bit of what I wrote the other night and fix a few things, do a little bit of tweaking, and then I'm just gonna keep going. I'm almost done with the second chapter of the 3 that I scrapped and are redoing. So, okay, we're doing it. We're writing in my kitchen. so much you can do with coffee that is brewed with water that's too hot and a grind size that's just not right. But the sugar helps, and I never use sugar in my coffee. I just desperately needing a pick-me-up, because even though I'm drinking tea that's got like a bit of caffeine in it, it's just not cutting it for me right now. Yeah, the tea just didn't have enough caffeine. It's where I'm at. I'm talking like it's 10:30 at night. It is 6 o'clock. So my dramatic ass needs to chill. But honestly, when you have a whole day, it's like really hard to be awake sometimes, man. All right, I'm gonna turn off the coffee pot actually.
Oh, hi everyone. It's me from the future, and I'm recording this in a very weird way because I can't figure out the voiceover. But hi, how are you? I'm okay. I have no idea what happened this week. I think I blacked out. I don't remember filming these clips at all. But what I do remember doing is some writing, and, you know, a decent amount of writing at that. You know, not a bad amount, not a lot, but a decent chunk of words. There's me surviving and, you know, barely, and the decent chunk of words, whatever. In other news, I was able to finish my garland, and that took way too long. I did not know it was going to take that long to finish and tie tiny ornaments and pine cones to a bunch of green leaves, but it turned out super cute. I'm very proud. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. The rest of this week was fueled by an obscene amount of hot cocoa and coffee, and again, just barely keeping up with all that writing. Barely.
Okay, it's Monday morning and I have just a little bit of time to talk to you because we get to come in late to work today because everything is frozen. So anyhow, I'm here. I'm gonna give you a quick writing update, kind of close out the vlog from the week, possibly. I have no idea what has been filmed. I have no clue. All I know is that I did not sit down to write every day, but that's okay. In terms of my goals, I'm still on track to finish the 50K mark, to surpass that before the end of the year. I'm still very much on track. I'll go through like a couple days where I will like revise a few chapters and it'll be like 2 or 3 hours of work and then like maybe 400 words. And then I'll go through and draft and it'll be like 2 hours of work and I'll have like almost 2,000 words. So yesterday I ended up with 1,428 words, which is great. I still only need to have about 600 words a day according to TrackBear, so I'm doing great. I really love that it tells me how many I actually need a day in order to meet my goal. I love that it does that math for me and that it automatically adjusts depending on what I write. I appreciate it big time. In other news, I definitely feel like I'm getting a cold, so stay tuned on that. We're almost to the home stretch of, you know, Christmas break and just Christmas coming up in general. And I still have to get presents for my in-laws, and I don't know what they want because they won't tell me. It's too much information, but like that's where we're at. Yeah, I mean, like this week was pretty basic, like some decor, some housekeeping things that I've done this week. Just to give you kind of an idea, like that's pretty accurate of what's happened to me. If I sat down to write, like I pulled out my camera and at least filmed a clip. If I didn't, I wasn't writing. I don't know what I was doing. The new chapters, I finished them last night. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I'm pretty sure I finished that sequence of events. I still need to graft them in, so the beginning of Act 2 has to change quite a lot, I think, actually. And chapter 11 and 12 need to change a lot. I basically need to shift a scene that I cut. I need to graft it back in, but earlier. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but it's gonna happen somehow. We'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna try and do that this week. I keep talking about it, but I'm gonna re-record some chapters and read them out loud, see how they sound. Then I don't think I'm gonna get to this year, and I really don't think that it's realistic for me to try, but I think I'm going to try locking chapters, this locking method. I don't know if I've talked about it at all. Basically, when I'm like done with a chapter for that draft, you lock it and then you just don't touch it anymore until you get to the next draft. And I think I need that for this draft. Like, I think I'm good. I think I need to lock chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think they're fine right now. There's definitely some stuff that can be fixed, but it's okay for now. And if beta readers were to read it, that's okay. In general, it's realistic for me not to want to get beta readers this year, but I do want beta readers to read Act 1. That's what I'm saying. So like, I think like a miniature goal for the rest of this time is, as I'm going through, try to lock some chapters and say, okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. We're not gonna touch it. And then maybe in the new year, get some beta reader feedback on this first act and see. And then maybe I give it like a week or so. Maybe I wait to go into Act 2 for some beta reader feedback. Maybe I play around with that idea and wait to get notes before I start Act 2. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think I'm just gonna start Act 2 and like adjust as things come in. I think I'm really curious. I think I wanna do that and see how things are landing. What are the vibes? I need a vibe check. I need a plot check. I need, dude, your writing sucks check. Like, just something. The first time I got beta reader feedback, it was actually really decent in terms of like being very encouraging and also informative. I didn't send this beta reader over enough content to like really get plot feedback, but in general, she was like, your voice is really good and I like your style. And I'm like, okay, but I'm paying you though. So like, I feel like I need some more diverse talking to, and you know, all the good stuff. You know, when you want to improve, you just talk to people. So I think that's coming in the new year. I don't think I'm going to try and force myself to do that this year, but I think I will try to lock some chapters this year. I think I will try to really finish Act 1 and like lock it. I think I'm going to try to add that new scene in. And then like, honestly, I'm probably going to end up getting a quarter of the way into Act 2 actually, because of the words that I'm trying to write this year. So waiting for Act 2, dummy. I got like, how many words left to go? I have like 10,000 words left. So we're not doing that. And actually that wouldn't end up being a quarter of the way. That would be like another 3 or 4 chapters into Act 2. I can do that. That means I get to rewrite some stuff and like change. I have to do some replotting with the transition from Act 1 to Act 2. Oh, how cool. Okay. So this is my brain, very slow. Like, we're catching up, we're talking, but like the words aren't catching up to what my mouth is saying. Like Exhibit A. My brain is not caught up to my boca. Okay. That's all. I need to get ready to leave. Enjoy the rest of my day. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you. It feels like a weird middle because we're not quite there at the end of the year. I'm not like really cracking down on any major writing things this past week. It's been pretty chill.
So I don't know. And I think it's okay not to like push until the end of the year. But like, this isn't like a big push, like 10,000 words in what, 15 days? I can do that. It's not hard. Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, it is hard. I know better, but like, it's not going to be that bad. See you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.